It seems to me that what the world needs now is prophets. Now, the Bible is full of them. Moses, Miriam, Deborah, Isaiah, John the Baptist, just to name a few. Not that I could live like any of them. I can't climb up and down mountains like Moses did, or compose songs like Miriam. And I'm full up with Zoom meetings. So the thought of sitting under a palm tree like Deborah and having even more meetings, no. And I don't have the time. I'd love to, but I don't have the time to write a book like Isaiah does. And to be honest, John the Baptist and his diet of locusts and wild honey doesn't sound appealing. I kind of like chocolate. Now, we could translate prophet to mean spokesperson. And to be a spokesperson seems to be a bit more doable. We may even have a vast cloud of everyday prophets. You see, spokespeople inspire us to dream dreams and see visions. None are perfect because we are all under grace. To enable others to see the love of God in new and exciting and challenging and comforting and enabling ways is their role. Spokespeople speak to us in word and action of God's love, and we are the better for it. And so I've been thinking that maybe for the next little while with these messages, we might look at everyday prophets and give thanks. So Nat and Pop Oates, my paternal grandparents, are the first that I'm going to share with you. They lived through some really interesting times in Newfoundland and Labrador's history, from the social gospel and the self-sufficiency of Reverend Oliver Jackson, through 2 world wars and the Great Depression, brushes with Sir Wilfrid Grenfell as a nation in their own right, and then as a province of Canada. They saw it all. And they raised 10 children. And it wasn't their daily living that they became and were spokespeople of God's way of justice, love, and compassion. Their faith was their bedrock. Their strength and courage and love and faith still inspire us. And Molly and Tom have become family names for a very good reason. Now, when I was president of a conference back in Canada, I went over to Nan, and Mom and Dad came with me, and we went over to show her the gavel and the stole of office. And Nan told us a story that day that she had never told anyone. She said, never give up on prayer. God does answer prayer. You are answer to prayer. When I was having your uncle, I promised God that if everything turned out fine, then God could have him as a minister. And your grandfather and I would do everything we could do to make it happen. God doesn't always answer prayer in the way we think it should. I mean, everything turned out all right with your uncle, but he didn't become the minister. You did. Never give up on prayer. Now, I should have made her a local preacher right there on the spot. You see, this uncle was the last of the brood, and she must have been concerned. In them days, she would have been considered geriatric, with all the challenges associated with it. And she turned to her faith and drew courage and strength and was confident that her prayer would be answered. And Uncle became an everyday spokesperson as well. Just ask the 2 awesome human beings that he and Auntie raised between them. God answers our prayers too. God only asks that we become spokespeople for the way of justice, love, in good times, in challenging times, and in all in between. God bless you.